So, let us continue running to Flotsam. But actually, first, check this out. Our weight has decreased. Because I grabbed a mod that, as you can see, the robust longsword here, it still has a weight, and so does our weapon. Our sword and our armor also still weighs something. The only thing I have removed the weight from are the crafting materials, because those are the ones that are pulling us down. And sure, we can now be a massive hoarder and pick up everything, and that might kind of go against the intended nature of the game, but I don't really care. This is just to make it all a bit easier for us, and
finally, we'll show the non-human rabble their place.
that does not sound good. Jesus Christ.
We were too good to you. Fatten yourselves on our toil.
Yeah, this here is not good.
Look, lads, another freak.
What do you want?
Disperse. Go home, now.
Huh? What? You're not in charge here, freak.
Grab a pitchfork.
See, the funny thing about that comment is that the girl was originally killed by a pitchfork. We're murdering them all in self-defense and because it is the right thing to do. Captain Truman, huh?
You're killing innocents!
Innocents!
Geralt! And now, good people, return to your homes. So what'll it be, innkeeper?
They killed my son. Damned elves. I want their blood for that.
See, these elves are innocent. These aren't the elves who kill your son, or calm down. Well, considering we've been honing our intimidation, I say we keep using that. And, well, by all means, it's what Geralt would do.
You'd best calm down if you want to live to sire another son. What do you say?
You'll meet your match one day, freak.
Consider yourselves lucky, elven scum. But one day... come on, folks.
Thank you, Gwynblade. We'd be dead if not for you.
The sooner we flee, the better.
Take care. Who opened the gates of hell?
I don't have any proof, but my coin's on Laredo. Rulers are always looking for a way to cover their mistakes and failures. And the mob always loves a circus, whether merry or bloody. This town will never be the same. A time of disdain has come.
Of disdain, time of contempt. Blood, fire, white frost, all that good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a quick rundown of everything that's going wrong.
How did the rioting start?
They say it's revenge for those soldiers who died following Roach. But they were just thugs on Laredo's pay. Almost no one misses them. Spontaneous riot my ass. Laredo's staying out of it, keeping his hands clean. But his thugs are inciting the mob. I've seen several soldiers in civilian garb leading it. But you won't find any proof against the Commandant.
I don't intend to.
Yeah, also, a quick note. Something I was about to say earlier, or in the previous part, and never really got around to because I got sidetracked with the plot. I might have been a bit rough on Vernon Roach in my evaluation of him, but at the same time, there's just really been no proof of him being a decent man, so... All we know is that he's a sadist and that he loves killing non-humans. And now apparently he got soldiers from Flotsam to follow him along in his sabotage of his own mission. That's just absolutely mind-boggling, mind-numbingly stupid. Any girl can see that, I would believe. So,
Why don't the guards do anything?
Why would they? The squirrels slaughtered their cronies, and Laredo hasn't given them any orders.
Christ.
We need to find Triss.
Last I saw her, she was on her way to meet Sheila in her rented quarters at the inn. I told Triss about the megascope Zoltan's been building.
Let's go. There's no time to lose.
I was lucky enough to get the key to Sheila's nest. Incidentally, for a big woman, the innkeeper's wife is surprisingly nimble. Come on!
First, let's check the basement. Just to see if we can access our storage and just get our stuff back. No. Everyone's been killed. Except for Laredo or Igor's guy.
Greetings.
Dimitri, that was his name.
Help!
I've walked into a slaughterhouse.
That you have, Geralt. That you have. We can't just leave them to kill that dwarf.
Death to the unhuman!
What sort of freak is that? It's that sorcerer.
Let's try using the axe for once,
Leave them alone. They've done you no harm.
just to maybe level it up a bit.
Right, they're our neighbors. Let's go home, lads.
Thank you. I just about felt the blades chill between my ribs. We've done them no harm. Why are they so...
Mobs always need a scapegoat after a defeat. Take care of yourselves. The trading post is still boiling.
No, it's some dandelion time. Or Triss time. Sheila time.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Well, that's not good.
Not good.
Don't just stand there. We need to look for clues.
That guy.
Sheila's bodyguard. His neck's broken. No wounds. So that's not his blood.
Triss enters, breaks the guard's neck, then wounds herself? That's stupid.
Probably Letho's doing.
A lot of blood. Too much. Dandelion. Look.
What is it?
A peephole. Someone might have been spying.
The brothel's behind that wall. Maybe the madam saw what happened.
Let's go.
Brothel above the inn. That's where we run into.
Welcome.
The other room. The other door.
Come back later. We're closed. They've killed one of my girls.
It's Derai, Geralt. That was her room.
What happened?
They murdered her. Yesterday, they loved her, drank wine with her, told her she's pretty. Today, 5 of them came, drunk on blood, screaming filth.
She had a client at the time?
No, she was with me. What are you looking at? I was consoling her.
I was hoping you knew what happened in the next room. I noticed a peephole. But if you were busy...
We were, until we heard voices beyond the wall. Sheila normally cast spells that blocked both sight and sound, but there was nothing like that this time. We started peeping. Me first. I saw that redhead, Triss Merigold, and Cedric, our drunkard ex-squirrel. The redhead approached the magic mirror and said, let's see who our Ice Queen's been talking to recently.
She meant Sheila.
Even I figured that out. She waved her hands, shouted an incantation, and a man appeared in the room, mighty ugly. Derai was so scared, she squealed. When I finally got Derai out of the way, a different figure was in the room, a woman Triss called Philippa.
Greetings, Philippa.
Triss, You're looking nice. Why are you using Sheila's megascope? I can't believe she approved it. That's like using her toothbrush.
Sheila's oblivious to it.
Okay, this is interesting. From Triss's point of view, what would she be asking about? Well, it's Sheila. That's for her interest here, really. So.
Why did Sheila come to Flotsam?
It's a delicate matter. We need someone at Henselt's court, but he hates sorceresses.
I know.
Henselt's only son died in a hunting accident 3 years ago. The king has failed to sire more offspring, in spite of trying incessantly. Sheila claims she can heal the king's faulty apparatus, but needs very rare ingredients.
Which she intends to harvest from the Cairn.
Exactly. This way a sorceress will have the king's ear again.
That's all I know, really.
Of course, Girl's lost his memory, and I can't remember either if he actually has any real knowledge about Philip Eilhard. But I definitely have knowledge about her, and I can say that... Well, actually, first, let's see what Dandelion has to say, so we don't just, so I don't say something and then have the game repeated. Rather have it be the other way around.
Dandelion, any idea who Philippa is?
Philippa Eilhart, sorceress counselor to King Radovid of Redania. A grand mistress of the world's most fetid cuisine, politics. She's amoral in a crystalline way, so devoid of conscience that she's a phenomenon. Rumor is she's out of favor at the Redanian court, which if true, she probably arranged herself in order to leave the capital.
So yeah, Philip Eilhard was, at first, the magical/royal advisor to King Radovid's father, King Visimir, I think, from pronunciation. And she ended up arranging for his, assassination. And when Sigismund Dijkstra, the head of Redanian intelligence, was about to find out about, or get a whiff of who was behind it, he was about to get assassinated, but luckily managed to avoid getting killed. And then he had his suspicions confirmed, and he decided to just disappear from Redania, because otherwise he would eventually end up dead. Because Philip Eilhard wants to rule supreme herself. And chances are, as we've heard from Radovid in the first game, she's probably not been nice to him, because he definitely has a grudge against sorceresses. And he told us to be wary of him, which by all means it is something you should be. But what else is up with Philip Eilhard? Oh yes, she's also the more or less leader and founder of the Lodge of Sorceresses, which is basically, I think I talked about them in the Let's Play for the first game, so go watch that again if you've forgotten what I said. And the short version is they want to rule the world, and to do that, they, instead of doing it directly, they want to have all the kings of the north and Nilfgaard too, though that's the emperor or whatever, all the rulers of the world to be their own puppets. They can puppeteer, so that no one can give them the direct blame for everything going poorly if it goes poorly. But then they can, they get to decide what goes on and so forth. But let's keep going.
What happened to Triss?
I don't know. I already told you about the only conversation I heard, just before those murderers came. They kicked me and stabbed Durai. But I heard fighting from the other room. The sorceress was screaming. When the murderers left, searching for other victims, I peered outside. Thought I saw Cedric sneaking through the alleys towards the forest. He was staggering.
Thank you, Margot. I owe you.
Witcher, wait. Give this to Yorveth.
A letter?
The names of Durai's killers. He'll understand.
This is the most, don't want to be party to murder. Well, considering the could spy on that Duragel's ears. She was an elf. So, her death was most likely because of all the rioting and so on and so forth, meaning that it would killed because of of hate. But also the bodyguard in Sheila's room, seemingly killed by Cedric, and not Lefo, so that's interesting. They party to murder. No. I think we should keep all of our options open, so...
You're spying for Yorvith?
I help him from time to time. Just give him the letter.
I'll try, but I can't promise anything. Dandelion, wait here for me. I'm going to find Cedric. Cedric's blood. I just need to follow it.
And Dandelion can stay in one of the safest places in the world. The brothel. Seated. We actually got a letter. Let's read it. Contractor claims Anar Gausel is no collaborator. He yields to Laredo only as much as is necessary, and is never servile. Louis Merce, however, should be a target. He's kin of some sort to the commander, brought here from a gods know where, and has become the most important cog in the bureaucratic machine. He dances to that old bag, Clovis's tune. You should get her too. I have a personal score to settle with her. Those from Lobington are all right. Don't touch them. I suggest you make contact with Aneska. People have grown used to her trips into the forest. She could carry messages so nobody would notice. I think she might be a witch, and at the very least she helps my girls whenever they get into trouble. Someone will try to lynch her sooner or later, so you may offer her protection in exchange for her aid. And I have no idea what to think about Melina. Okay, that's interesting. So if we do the medallion booping, that just gives us a clean breadcrumb trail to follow. Most likely Cedric's been wounded by Lefo. A cat potion could help.
Well, Cedric, where are you?
Oops. Cat potion probably just gives a constant glow off all the things, all the blood drops. Thinking about it, he'd probably not follow the road. He'd probably come off into the forest. This is the last drop of blood we can see. Well, the next one be... Oh, there's something vaguely glowing here. Yep, it seems to be on the right track. No, of course you would not go into clearing. Or, what do you call that? In the river here a bit. Because it leads out into the woods, and he's supposedly a great tracker, so it makes sense. Let's see... Plenty of the necker nests are here though. Which kind of muddies are you? So, am I following the river? Or, there's some marshland, so not really a river as such. Traps here. Is that something? No, it's some plant embryo. Brig embryo clusters. Oh.
Storyteller frustrated. This guy won't help me find Cedric.
So it seems all of the tensions here in Flotsam, they've grown to insane heights. And everyone's out to get everyone now. And innocents are, of course, is always caught in the crossfire, and I think we found her elf.
Kedmill, Gwynblade. I no longer feel the pain. Always wanted to die among trees.
Cedric, what happened?
Triss asked me for help. I killed the Dwan guarding the door, and we broke in. Again, I killed a Dwan.
I know. Where's Triss?
A Witcher came in, attacked us. I tried to protect Triss. He was fast. Too fast for me. He hit Triss before she could cast a spell. He knew how to fight a sorceress. Then he ordered her to activate the megascope. He needed to get to Edirn, near the dwarven town of Bergen. Triss said it was madness, but she didn't have the coordinates. He gave her a strange look, threatening. Better give it your best. You're going first, with me right behind you. Then I passed out. When I woke, they were gone. I knew I was dying. The forest called me.
Why, Cedric? Why did you get involved?
Why did you? Sometimes we must. Have I told you about my visions? That's why I drink. It helps. I'm safe in a mist of vodka. See nothing, feel nothing.
Cedric, calm down.
But now I see clearly. You need to regain your memory. Only then will you understand who's killing Crowned Dwan. And why.
How can I get it back?
In Edirn. In a place tainted with dark magic. Where ghosts of the fallen will fight a great battle. Save their souls, and your memory will return. What's happening with the forest? I feel a presence.
They come to bid you farewell.
My forest. Buffet. Windblade. Farewell.
Geralt, where have you been?
The Kingslayer, damn it. I almost had him.
He fled.
Teleported to Edirn.
What? How?
He forced Triss to cast the spell.
Shit.
Roach sent me to find you. We're setting off. He's learned something new.
The Scoia'tael are also up to something big.
Suppose we should go from the top to the bottom.
What's Roach planning?
He went off on Laredo, so it must concern the Commandant. It's something important.
What are the Scoia'tael planning?
They want to storm the barge and they need your help.
When did you join the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
It's not like that. They're taking the prisoners to Drakenberg, a special prison for non-humans, bloody monument to human hatred.
Yeah, we need to hear both of them out.
I'll talk to them. Maybe Roach or the Scoia'tael can finally be useful.
So we will not be taking sides because of anything ideological, not really. Let's see. Reinforced boots and elven armor. We haven't taken his clothing, we've just gotten something that potentially looks like it. Boots. No. I'm all about that armor. Let's see. 8 armor. No. There's a bunch of resistances. Where definitely outshines us and has an upgrade slot. And gives some more load. Let's just equip it to see how it looks. It looks a bit silly, so let's return to our Raven's armor. Also because it's Raven's armor. Also got the level up. So we're not at a crossroads. And here we see with Cedric that he too, just despite having, after leaving the Scoia'tael at least, just being a passive observer and trying to drown his visions in vodka, he ended up doing what was the right thing to do in the end, because it was the right thing to do. So that theme is, you know, it's at the core of The Witcher. That you gotta do what is the right thing to do, not because it's for some greater good or some greater goal. It's not because you need to help your other country out or whatever. No, you do what is right because it is the right thing to do. Let's see what else we can get here. Some more health. I think we should just get this to the max level, because then all of our additional opponents will also take full damage. Let's look in our journal, because I think we've gotten a bunch of good stuff. Returning memories. We have to go to Adern, at least, according to what Cedric said, to find a place of dark magic. God's not good at making decisions. Launching forward without thought, not minding the dangers, not caring about the consequences. In truth, he's unequalled at that. He is thoughtful enough, however, to consult his friends in the most important cases. After the Kingslayer's escape, we had a serious talk, and though the final decision was his, I think I managed to explain a few things to him. To find Triss, Gold had to ask either Vernon Roach or Yorveth for help. Cooperating with one excluded good relations with the other. Gold went to make his choice. But did he choose Roach? I guess that's the Kings, and... Gold was at a crossroads. He had to save Triss Marigold, yet he was incapable of handling this problem alone. The Witcher needed backup, a fact he knew all too well. After all discussion, it turned out he could ask either Yorveth or Vernon Roach for help. Good cooperation with the one excluded good relations with the other. Gold went to make his choice. But did he choose Yorveth? It was a good question, because this here will decide in the entire next chapter of the game. Actually, it will decide everything from now on. Everything will change based on that. Heroism sometimes exacts the highest price. When Triss's life was in danger, the elf did not hesitate to defend her and was wounded mortally, as it turned out. Thus, Cedric died, though his sacrifice was not in vain. Yeah. Hooray. I've heard of many clients, and Margot herself. Leading the massacre, she was murdered. And Margot's spy for Yorveth. Triss Marigold, she kidnapped, or she's kidnapped. And Letho is also, he's proving himself to be highly intelligent. With all of his plans and whatever he's doing. Making him a wizard, or a mage, sorceress. Make a portal and then forcing them to enter first. That forces them to not just make a portal to nowhere. And knowing how to fight a magician, that also means he's more than just a hunk of meat. He's got something in that noggin of his. Need that if you want to kill kings too. And Sheila wants to become the advisor of Hansel, it seems, by doing something. That's farther now. Most likely some part of the Karen can be used to make a fertility potion or something. That is my idea, theory and idea. She will not have a living now. The rumours found producing other sons are more troublesome. Philippa Eilhard. She's not a good person. You read this on your own. Really, it's something. He's massive polymorphy, can turn into animals, and she's a bad person. Let's see. Squirtle, that's there. Roach is most likely just in his headquarters, so technically the Squirtle are closest by. Let's see if we want to check those out, but I also want to go and access the storage in the inn if I can. So we will go and speak with Vernon Roach first, who was also the one first mentioned by Sultan Lord Dandelion, and he's the one we've known for the longest time. Incidentally, he's also the one that we have the most iffy relationship with. With that I mean, Geralt doesn't like him and he doesn't like Geralt, and I don't really like him either. But we'll see what he has to say regarding going forwards, and with Bernard Laredo. If it's just let us kill Laredo and then we hightail it out of here, and sure, we'll go straight for the Kingslayer. Great, wonderful. I'm all for that. I'm gonna go something about we have to go and do
Flotsam's
politics.
got a garrison. We don't
Vernon's
need
waiting
a
inside.
Actually, first, let's check the downstairs of the inn.
Ought to shave. Get a haircut. Welcome.
But gold is shaving at this point in time. Though I could go with the shave, I suppose.
Greetings.
Ask him what Roach wanted. Yeah, Dyson Beaver was killed. And let's ask Dandelion what Roach wants.
Any idea what Roach might want?
He mentioned something about Laredo. Said it's very important you speak. You should see him.
We should. Indeed.
Vernon's waiting inside. Morning. Damn it.
So yeah. Let's talk with Vernon Roach.